Is that chair pretty comfortable?
No, I'm antsy.
Oh, you had ants in your pants?
Ants in my pants. You
Yeah.
know why?
Why is that?
Because tomorrow, Obama's going to institute martial law.
I hear he's going to seize whole industries, and he's going to draft a private army. It's going to get pretty crazy, Jared, with this new law Obama signed.
I would say we're private industry. Is he going to snatch us up?
Yep, he wants us to work for the government.
He's going to snatch us up for his private army?
Honestly, wouldn't we be honored if Obama contacted us and asked us to do a show for him, for the White House, the whitehouse.gov?
Would you just, we
Yes.
pride ourselves... Oh.
Yes. I'm definitely a sellout.
We pride ourselves for being the truth and the honest program, but
Right.
if Obama came to you and said $100 million, if he said $100,
Yes.
just start lying and telling the people that everything was okay.
Uh-huh.
Nothing's happening.
The economy's on the rise, unemployment's dropping.
Black people are equal to what?
Yep.
I'm sorry, that's a different show that we do. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would definitely do it. The mainstream media has definitely taken that approach to news coverage, so I wouldn't be opposed to do it.
So Obama releases this executive order this past Friday at the end of the business week so that he could just slip it under the radar, they say.
Much like the NDAA that was passed on New Year's Eve, right? While everyone was out partying, drinking, welcoming the New Year, Obama slid in that NDAA bill, so there's a history of it,
because
right?
who's going to look up this bill that gets passed on, when they're waking up on St. Patty's Day?
No. There's green beer to be drinking. Did you drink any green beer this St. Patty's Day, Jared?
I didn't drink any beer St. Patrick's Day.
What a loser.
I drove around looking for a car on Saturday.
Sounds like a real party, huh?
Then I went to a family party and didn't drink anything but Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper's pretty intense.
It is.
Were you wearing green at least?
No, I forgot to wear green until the next day. I didn't even think about it.
Did anybody pinch you?
No, not this year.
So on that day of St. Patrick's festivities, Obama was gearing up for martial law.
George Burning. Mr. Burnsing.
They will have their tartar sauce, is what he was thinking.
So they say, let me throw some of this at you.
Okay.
This Obama executive order, is it a big deal? Is he really saying he gets the right to institute martial law, seize control of private property? Isn't that? They say no.
No. Apparently this bill just investigates requirements for emergencies, assesses the capability of the country's industrial and technological base, so like how they can use this technology to define some kind of martial law.
Now it is all vague government talk of, we're just being prepared for national emergency, this and that, but whatever you want to decode it as, it's been the language, the verbiage has all been there. Yeah,
they will also be sure to ensure the availability of critical resources at a time of national threat, improve the efficiency of industrial base and support defense, and foster cooperation between commercial and defense sectors. So this bill investigates all of these ideas and to make sure that they could control things in case of widespread riots and martial law anarchy.
And what if I tell you that Clinton, Eisenhower, and Bush all had almost the exact same verbiage?
But did you not see the headlines for these stories? It says that this is what Obama is doing to create martial law. This isn't anything about Clinton or Bush.
Yeah, so apparently these guys have already had this. This bill's out there. They just changed the language from, this to now it says Homeland Security instead of this other agency.
Because that was, created in 2001. It was a recent thing. The Defense Department, the Homeland Security,
Very
Homeland Defense.
My biggest thing about this, ignore all this. Whatever these bills are, pay attention to Rex 84.
What's that?
That's my favorite YouTube video probably of all time, where they're interviewing Oliver North. I don't know if it's Congress or the Senate. Somebody's interviewing Oliver North.
Gun smuggler.
Yes.
Yeah.
During this whole Iran-Contra scandal, and this guy is asking questions, and he's like, is it true that, I guess Oliver North had something to do with this, and he was like, is it true that the government is, got this plan instituted for continuity of government in case of this and that, blah blah. And then this, I don't know if he's Asian. He speaks pretty good English, and he's like, "I'm gonna have to request that you're touching on a matter that's highly classified, and I have to request that you stop talking about this right now, basically." And he goes, "Well, but in looking into this story, I saw that you guys were planning on this and that, and is it true that the government, blah blah, basically, martial law stuff in case of an emergency or this or that the government is working on these plans?" The guy goes, "Once again, you're touching on a matter, whatever, and if you want to discuss this further, we should go into a private session, this and that." So, I think that's my favorite YouTube video of all time. So, ignoring all this, your X-84...
Right, do the same thing.
It's all you need to know. Yeah. The plans are already there. They're there in secret. They're there.
Isn't that a good thing that the government would be prepared in case martial law did have to be, enforced?
It would be a good thing if the government wasn't planning on the reason why they're going to martial. That's my only fear, is that not only are they preparing for the disaster, they're also planning the disaster.
To create martial law. So they, martial law seems to be the main tactic used to control populations. Egypt is still under martial law.
Again, and every time I want to go down the conspiracy road and go, oh, but they're planning us for martial law. Martial law's been instituted plenty of times all around the world. Here,
during Katrina, right? Martial law was in place.
We've had plenty of times where things like that happen, and the world goes on. Everybody's fine. So, I just don't know. I hate to jump on board with the people who just say we're headed for total annihilation and Obama hates you and everybody hates you, but
he does.
That's the way it sure seems.
Yep. It's hard to argue with the facts, isn't it, Jer? As much as you want to live in your cushy little life, the facts just keep on presenting themselves, and it's not really that easy to live in that cushy life whenever the world is falling apart around us.
You hear that rain outside?
That's the world falling apart around us.
That's the world falling apart around us.
That's the world
falling apart
around us. You probably just cut that last few seconds out of the show.
That last few seconds.
Oh. Jeremiah's an idiot.
Jeremiah's an idiot.
Oh, you just said you're an idiot, Jer.
NFL free agency coming up next?
Sure.